Yeah, I'm excited.
This is a great day. Me too, I'm excited.
I can't wait
This
to
is a
see
beautiful
this.
day.
So what's the big surprise that you've got in store?
We're going to go and see Lory, and she's going to tell us what the big surprise is. That's why it's a surprise. She has a surprise for us. And I'm excited. This is great.
But you know, I get too nervous in surprises. Is it a good surprise, a bad surprise, a fun surprise? You know, I can't wait to see this. All right, it's going to be good to see.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. We'll see.
Hey!
Hey!
How are you, Lory?
How are you?
Good, you. It's good to see you.
Mwah, mwah.
All right.
Come on in.
So
All right.
we're here for the surprise.
All right, what a
Hello.
pleasant surprise.
Hi, Mario.
What
Come
a
on
beautiful
in.
surprise.
Your home's my home.
What's going on? What's the surprise I keep hearing? He keeps telling me all week, and then now I don't know. I tend to worry when there's surprises. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I wrote 2 books.
What do you mean you wrote 2 books?
I wrote 2 books, medieval fiction. It's got everything in it, guys. Everything.
Everything.
Everything you can think of. It's erotic.
What?
It's erotic.
Now that's my kind of book.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
What
hoping
is
to
it
get a
called?
good genre. The first book is called A Quest for the 4 Keys,
Quest for the 4 Keys.
and the second one will be out later, and it's called Beyond Wonderland. It's a sequel.
What are you aiming for here? Who's going to be reading these books?
Well, obviously, it's for an audience of 18 or older.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a kid's book. I'm trying to catch the people that really like to get into that stuff and see themselves in there, and I want to take them on that journey. It's a kind of genre that people would go for. I mean, I've done so many great things with that story. Mythical creatures, made up stuff.
Okay.
Just creating and writing at the same time.
How long have you been working on this project?
I've worked with it for a few months now. These are things that have been just in my head for a while, for a long time.
Okay, so it's kind of like all over the years you accumulated to what you're writing now.
It's all coming back.
All coming back.
And I'm just jotting it down.
putting it on paper.
Yeah, a good writer always puts his stuff on paper first.
Like,
And who has inspired you to write?
The inspiration came from a castle. When I visited a castle when I was young, I was 7.
castle.
Yeah.
Where's this?
A medieval castle in Italy.
Okay.
It's in my mom's town, which is Celano, Abruzzo, and it was just gorgeous. And I was about 6 or 7, and I just imagined, being a knight or being a princess or being a queen, and that did it. It brewed and it stemmed a lot of.
It inspired you.
Yes, absolutely.
So this book, it's going to be coming out when?
It should be out in a few weeks. It's going to go global. That's for
Global?
sure. Yes, it is.
So it'll be available at Barnes & Noble's, Amazon.com.
Yes, absolutely. And you can Google my name.
Okay.
And you can follow me on Twitter if you like. It's Lory_LS Paduano.
And when did all this start of you writing books?
Well, it started actually when I was younger. I was a teenager, and I used to do it on my spare time. And the inspiration that came as a child grew into my teenage life. And I just started writing, and I was writing poems, lyrics, and then I would write short stories.
Oh, that's good. Good imagination you have there.
I've always had the imagination.
So is anyone helping you, or you have a mentor or something?
Actually, I do. He's a wonderful man.
It's good to have a mentor. So do I.
He's an author with our publishing company. His name is Pastor Zeke Smith.
Oh, he's a pastor?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
And he's
Very
a wonderful, wonderful man that took me under his wing. And he's got some books released there, so you guys can look for his name. Author Zeke Smith. Very nice person. And I'm glad to have him. I thank God.
For sure, very good.
Yes.
How many pages is this book?
Okay, well, the first book is quite interesting because it was a very small book, and it seemed like when you're writing it's something else, and then when you're actually onward working your book, it tends to be a little bit shorter. However, I did add another three chapters to it, and it's a small book for now, but the sequel will be bigger. We're looking at 120 pages. And that's just to get the imagination going, just to get you really in the story and say, it's not too boring, and I don't want to drag the reader along too much,
No.
but it's just enough to give you enough.
Is it fast paced?
It's very fast paced.
Okay.
There's action all the time,
Action.
and there's trouble.
What kind of action? What are we looking at?
The action we're looking at is the times of the kings and queens. Of course, it's set in the 15th to 16th century.
Okay, medieval times.
Yeah, it's medieval. And you know how that world works. Hmm? I mean, there was a lot of, battles, wars, kings, and armors, and knights, and sorceresses, and things like that, that'll take our imagination a little further from real life.
So it's set in England, right?
It's not set in England. It's actually a made-up country of
Fictional.
Wonderland.
Okay.
And these are, geographically, it's nowhere. And it doesn't exist. And this is where the fiction part comes in.
This is exciting.
I know, you
With
see,
an author.
I told you it'd be
This is
exciting.
exciting. I can't wait I can't wait to get this book.
I hope you read it.
Well, of course I'm going to read it. I love reading books. Don't you know that I always read books?
You're a bookworm.
Yeah. So you could call that.
Yeah, we're always reading, and this is a good read. I'm sure we're all going to enjoy the read.
For sure.
Thank you. I hope so.
All right. Anyways, it's been fun. We're looking forward to reading this book, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sure.
Can't wait to get to see the book.
Thank you.